Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the new trading week. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So yeah, as we can see, Bitcoin here on the 4 hour, we have broken this downward sloping trend line, and we have also got ourselves back above this old support, new resistance. So it's now new resistance. It's now new support, old resistance. So yeah, either way, we're back above this level. So that is these are obviously two factors that are clearly looking good here. The third and final thing that we could maybe hope to see, as you can see, obviously all these candle body closers here around this about basically practically at the exact level that we're at now. So let's say give ourselves a bit of leeway. So if we get up to say closing above 48,000. I feel like I'm changing the goalposts here. We had the trend line, we had this horizontal, and now I'm saying 48,000. But I mean, you can see these wicks, this price action. If we take out all of these previous highs from all these wicks, then yeah, I think we will see acceleration. It doesn't have to be acceleration, but just an upward bias in price action up towards testing this 52 level. Maybe we get some resistance around 50, 51. Maybe also some around just around this level, but overall we'll be looking a lot better than we have been looking. So that's obviously a good start to the week. You could also just look at this as a pretty much reversion to the mean of where CME's closed on Friday. So we pretty much just had basically sideways action over the weekend in reality, when all is said and done. But yeah, as it stands though, people obviously fancying a little bit of a Monday morning speculation in Bitcoin. So let's see if that can basically reverse this medium term downtrend that we've been in, starting to get us back up. I mean, yeah, first and foremost, we wanted to, whichever came first, and it seemed to be coming at around the same level, break this trend line and horizontal, then get back above these highs. Then get up to about this 52, 53k, and then try and make some progress from there, and obviously try not to get rejected and come down. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at here. Ethereum, Bitcoin. This is has it put in a bottom here? It could have done. It could have put in a bottom around this level. It would be a good level for it to it'd be a good level for it to have to put in a bottom, because if it didn't, we would be coming a lot lower. But yeah, I mean, we're pretty much in the middle of these two major ranges we've got drawn, pretty much back in this range that we had here. So realistically, we are looking for the next major move in Ethereum, and in this pairing, is basically above spot 0.33, and then to give us some nice moves to the upside, or below spot 0.29. Sorry, spot 0.29. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. We're looking at for this to make a move. If we have a look on not that we're looking for it to make a move, that's what we're looking at for to trigger a move. Ethereum USD though is looking better as well, back above this horizontal, which is good. Realistically, we want to get back above this horizontal, and then we'll start to look better, which is coming in around 1600, and then back above 1750, and then we're looking at basically looking at about probably on a course to 2,500. But that none of those things have happened yet. So we can still get rejected anywhere around this level and come down. Bitcoin also can still get rejected around this level again, come down. If we lose this support again, so basically if we get back under 46,000, if we get back under 46,000, I think we will be looking at a lower low relative to this low here, and then fully and formally testing this support zone. But that's not necessarily what my bias is at the moment. I mean, purely because we are pushing on, we're quite close to this level. If we were a bit lower, say we were trading around 46,000, then I would probably say my bias would be we're going to come down and test this. But because we are pushing at the top of the range, it's like when you have ranges, you're more likely to break the top of the range when you're near the top of the range than you are to break the bottom of the range when you're near the top of the range. And obviously the opposite is true. When you're near the bottom of the range, you're clearly more likely to break the bottom of the range than you are the top of the range when you're at the bottom of the range. So yeah, so you just stating some obvious facts there. But yeah, like I said, so obviously my point being that we are closer to potentially breaking this downward, basically this whole downward move, whilst we are up here. But if we do start to come a bit lower, and then because obviously with the overall downward trend, then it will start to lean the bias towards actually coming down to test this level. Right, so I spent enough time trying to explain that. Stock market, S&P futures. Looking good this morning. Futures looking good, trying to pull back. If we get back above here, then I think we will be onwards and upwards. DXY having a bit of a pullback though, as you can see. So far as crypto is concerned, I've already kind of explained that unless it's just make a proper macro reversal, then I'm not really looking at this to form any sort of a headwind, or in all fairness a tailwind, just with the fact that crypto's now got a life of its own. But yeah, it's good to keep an eye on this though, because this is on the move. This is on the move at an important level, as you can see, looking to potentially take out these highs, which then I think that probably will get us into the 92s, to be honest. So yeah, we are looking at either a rejection anywhere soon, or we are potentially looking at an actual uptrend in this, which will catch a lot of people by surprise. A medium-term uptrend at least a move back, maybe up to this level here, up to around basically 93s, 94s. The 10-year, obviously the 10-year did break above that important horizontal level, and got wicked above, came back below. And now it's holding below it. So I mean, this is obviously clearly looking bullish, and this is going to start causing some real problems. And then once this gets up to basically this 2%, which, I mean, you can see the J hook, can't you? You can see the hockey stick pattern. This is a very clear, looking like it is going to be a proper hockey stick pattern, where we're then going to get a big move to the upside, a big accelerated aggressive move to the upside, and that is literally basically the central bank of the Fed's worst nightmare. But it's looking like it's coming. Well, when that happens, it's probably going to have a significant impact on the dollar. Like logic would tell you, as the yield on the currency goes up, the strength of the currency, the value of the currency should go up, because you're getting a higher yield for it. But actually, as this goes up, it means they're going to have to start doing some crazy stuff to try and stop it going up, basically. And that's going to potentially impact the DXY. So DXY obviously strong at the moment, whilst they're not doing anything, and the Fed is pretty much standing by and just watching this move, just with their with their fingers crossed, hoping that it slows down. But this is kind of one of those things when you're in one of those losing trades, and you see a pattern like this, and you're thinking, please stop going up, but deep down, you know it's about to explode to the upside and stop you out. Yeah, so that is what this looks like, and that's potentially what the Fed is looking at with this as well. BTC Dominance, you can see it is flirting with this horizontal here. Was looking like this could, I mean, is looking like this. If this turns out to be a reversal and we move back up, that would look it looked like it was pretty telegraphed. But yeah, if we do basically break down from here, as you can see, we are in a relatively tightening formation here. Do break down back below this important horizontal, I think we will be making moves down to basically into that, just to try and test this low to see what we want to do. Obviously you can see we've got a well, maybe not a head and shoulders, because we've not really got a shoulder here, but we tried to put in the shoulder. The market tried, but just wasn't able to paint the charts properly. So yes, we will have one last look at Bitcoin. let's have a look quick through the 12-hour and the daily, see if we've got any TDs that did help us with this low. Nothing on the 12-hour. Nothing really on the daily, and then we're not going to have anything on higher time frames if we've not got anything on lower time frames. Just these, obviously these sells. That's I mean, yeah, nothing really to read here TD wise. So let's have a look at the stochastic. Are they gonna accelerate us through that 48k, get us onwards and upwards? 4-hour, yeah, 4-hour. Pretty much, you can see the trend line we're at. Bust through this trend line. This downward sloping trend line. I mean, you can see what I'm talking about. Bust through this, which we're looking at doing, and then yeah, potential run to the top of this, run back up to the high levels. 10-hour. These 10-hour, 12-hour and daily have got to starting to be looking better now. Yeah, 10-hour turning up from a very low base. So if this gets moving, it's clearly going to break us through that 48. We're clearly going to be testing 52, 53k. And then deciding what we want to do there. 12-hour turn up from a low level as well. Daily looking to turn up as well from a low level. So I mean, this is looking good for a minimum to me. Assuming we get like about another $1,000 higher in Bitcoin for a move potentially, then from that 58k level to around 53. So that's like a $5,000 move. This is looking good. You would be a brave man to be shorting into this stochastic read, and this stochastic read. I mean, 4 hours, 4 hour. You wouldn't have to be so brave to short into this, but yeah, you'd be a brave man. Obviously, you can see we've got this 12-hour, this 2-day, 3-day, and 5-day all looking down, but like I said, these are higher time frame ones, and these can still hold up there. And these can still keep coming down whilst the price action is going up, and then turn back up and like 3-day, for example, hold this trend line. 2-day, well, not hold a trend line, but yeah, maybe it could come down to here and hold this trend line whilst price action is getting dragged up by these. Remember, this is like these are the oil tankers of the stochastics. These are harder to harder to move. 5-day still not looking that bad though. Weekly not looking bad. And then, I mean, in the bull markets, you can see bi-weekly can just stay up here. So whilst we are coming down, we can stay up here, and monthly up there as well. So yeah, I mean, I believe this level is important. We have overcome these levels also, which was good. Get above here, then I think yeah, we are looking, I think, at the minimum of around this level. But I mean, if I had to guess, then I think we'd bust through and keep going. But that is obviously assuming that we get up to here, and obviously you know what I've just said about when we're at the top of a range, obviously the chances of breaking at the top are obviously higher. So it's kind of a bit of a pointless statement to say if we get higher we can then go higher. But yeah, I'm thinking a minimum of up here, and then we could really start. I mean, overall then we'll start to look good again. People then would start to buy, anticipating a clear skies breakout into the well into the deep into the 60k. So things looking a lot better this morning. Things looking a lot better, put it that way. But we are not out of the woods yet. I would say we're out of the woods and full bull market resuming above this 53k level. That's what I would say. But at the moment we have got some green shoots. We are at important levels here still. Got to get through here. Got to get to the top of this range. Form a bit of a base in action. Maybe if it's within this range, and then push on upwards. So that is it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Oh, one last indicator. If you guys wonder what's on what I have on this screen over here, see if you guys can see what I have on this screen over here is another indicator that is pretty good. You can see it basically goes green when it's a buy and red when it's a sell. Obviously some of these sells, it just trades sideways and then goes buy again. You can see this sell trade sideways, go buy again. Got this sell pretty much perfectly up here. It got this sell, it went short at 50, just under 50, literally just under 56,000. Still was staying short all this way. had a few tests into it. You can probably see there just a test into it. It shows the efficacy of this indicator, how it works. And as you can see now, we have just broken back above, and this is now saying buy again. So we could have a bit of flip-flopping in this level, in this trend like we could, but just note that we are in a macro bull trend. So these were counter trend moves that didn't do much, but the buys have then tended to do pretty well. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how well you guys can see this on your screen, but you can see we even tested down perfectly into the green line here. We tested up perfectly into the red line there. This is a very good indicator just for generally getting the macro trend, and the sort of the medium term trend. And the reason I'm telling you guys is this now is because, like you can see, we are just turning green here. So this is turning green, and yeah, it's turning green, so we'll keep an eye on it. Obviously early days, like I said, it can basically flip-flop about, but these were counter trend signals. The actual buy signals have done very well, and we have now got a buy signal. So there we go, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I'll speak to you guys later.